today's video, we will be looking at a complete end-to-end authentication guide with Next.js, SAT-CN, and Clerk for authentication. We will be creating a project like this where we will be having a sign up up here. We will be having a sign-in screen, and there will be also OTP verification which will be happening at the same time. So let me demonstrate you the application now. So I'm going to first start with the sign up screen. I'm going to enter my information. For email addresses, I'm going to use a service called as getnada. So this will give you a temporary email for testing purpose. I'm going to add a password up here. I'm going to click on the sign up. You can see it says a verification code. I'm going to go back to my email. You can see there's a verification code came up here. I will copy this up, go back, I will add it to my field, and this will actually log me in the particular dashboard. Now this is a dummy dashboard page which I made, but you can see this is my account. If I scroll a little bit down, there would be my active devices, IP address and all, which will be displaying, which I don't want to show. But yes, you can see up here I can update my first name, last name, upload a picture. There's a security details up here coming up. Then we are also having like a sign out, sign in screen up from here as well. So this all you can check it out. So let us start digging up into this project and let's see how we can create this. Okay, now for this I have opened my VS Code editor and Chrome up here on right hand side. So now first we are going to initialize our Next.js app. So let us start with this first. I'm going to do create npx create next app latest in the current directory. Now let us give it some time. Oh yeah, I have to add the default settings I am going to use here. You can see. Let it get installed first. Okay, now the Next.js has initialized. Let me clear the screen and now we will start setting our SAT-CN into our next app. So to do so, I am on the SAT-CN website. This is the SAT-CN. Okay, it's a Tailwind library which is a very good UI and give you a good components in dark mode and light mode to create it. So let us get started. We will be going to installation next and we will be starting with this thing. It will ask me some of the questions which I'm going to use. So yes, I'm going to go with New York, and other things you can just click on the default ones. So let us wait and let it get initialized. So our SAT CDN has been installed successfully. Now we are going to do a little bit of configuration inside our next app, as you can see. So first, let me copy this. You need to go inside app, you need to go inside layout. Inside this, you have to go and paste these things. So So by this, our particular layout is also set up. And if we go down, we also need to go to tailwind config.js, which is up here, as you can see. Let me just copy paste these things as well. Here. So now we have successfully initialized our SAT-CN for our project. Now before we start, I just need to do a little bit of configurations in our body up here. I'm going to give a container. Just a simple container up here, okay? Now, as we are already using Tailwind, so all these classes will automatically come into play. Now let me go and run our application. Okay, as you can see, our application is now running. Before we start, I also want to show you how we can add a dark mode inside our application. Right now, as you can see, it's all light mode which is happening. So let me go and initialize the dark mode as well. To do so, we have to type here next, themes, dark mode. Okay, and just type like that, this one. Okay, now let me install this particular dependency up here. Now once it is installed, I have to also go and create this file. We are going to create this file inside components slash, so my components is here. Okay, I'm going to create this file inside this, going to copy, going to paste like this. Okay, so we have our theme provider set up. Now I have to go and add this theme provider tag inside my layout. I'll go to my layout, and I have to get it from components on top. Good, we are all set up. Okay, now there is one more requirement also that we need to do. As you know, we have installed SAT-CN, so I have to go to SAT-CN up here, click on get started, installation, next. Just copy this thing from here. Okay, you can type it also, and just press add this thing. Okay, so what this will do is that it will initialize and install all the components, all these components, button, alert, all these things. So that's SAT-CN provide. I will press A to select all and will press enter. So now let us get installed all of these. So as you can see, we have successfully installed all our components. And how you can see these components, you can go to these components, you can go to this UI, and you can see all these things have been successfully installed. Now let me clear the screen and let me run the app. Now technically this should come in dark mode, and let me go and clear the screen as well. So this is our page, and I will be clearing here. Okay, dark mode. Okay, dark mode is not initialized. I think we have to our theme provider layout.tsx. Here we have to do dark. That's all. So that was left. It was system, so we have to just do it. Now it has. Okay. Now let us first start with our pages. Okay. I'm going to treat this the endpoint as the main page of our sign in. So let me first add a div up here. So that would be just flex. And I have to add a minimum height of the screen. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just copy and paste some code of SAT-CDN, which you can follow along with me. Now I'm going to go to components. I will create a folder called as all. Inside this, I will create two files, and another one I will create sign up. RAFCE, RAFCE. By the way, if you guys think why I did this, RAFCE, you can go to extension, you can install this one. It is a shortcut, to write this code. So let me just go and copy paste some of our code, okay, that I have. So it's very simple. I will explain you what I'm doing. Don't. So this is way too simple. What I'm doing, I'm getting the next link. I'm getting all the components which I need from SAT-CN. Okay, these components are imported from components UI label. So inside here, components, UI, we have all these. So from here, I'm getting imported. Okay. Now let me just add a fragment up here and let me just simply copy paste my component. Okay. Let me just quickly remove these unwanted. Okay, I have pasted my component for my sign in. You can copy or see this code. It's a very simple. We are having a card. We are having a header. Okay, some typography inside it. The content which has a form, very simple email and password. Then in the footer we have a sign in button and two links in the footer again for the sign up and forget password. Now I have to save it. I will go back to my page and here I am going to call this. So first I will put sign in form, sign in form, yeah, here, copy, paste like this, and I think this should be all good. So now as you can see, we are having our sign in page or a form being built up here. The same thing I'm going to follow for our sign up page as well. So inside the app, I will create a folder called as auth. Inside this folder, I will again create a folder called as sign up. And inside this sign up, I will create a page file called as page dot. By the way, you can follow this structure as you want. I'm just following the. Let me just remove the fragments. Let us do the same thing that we did. I'll go inside here. So we are having sign up here now. It's all similar, just some fields will be a little bit more than sign in. So in sign up, let me quickly bring the code. So here we are having all the components. It's all the same like sign in only. Now let me add the real structure up here. So now I have added our sign up form up here. It's again simple, the all things like we are having the card. Inside the card we have a form, headers, footers, all the same things which is happening in the sign in. Okay. The only difference is I'm asking for first name and last name as well. Let me quickly import it up here. Save it. Now I think I have to go back to my sign in form up here. Quickly, I will see the sign up. Okay. Okay, so let me just quickly import this thing here. And here I want to do the same. We are going to have text. That's all. And let me, now we are also having our sign up form. We have made the sign up and sign in UI. Now let me install Clerk, which is our authentication library we are going to use to initialize the working of these two forms. Okay. So to do this, I have to go to my Clerk up here. I'm having already an account. You can check the video one of this, how I have created the Clerk app and initialize a Clerk project. So I'm going to use the same project up here. This is my project. It's already there. I just need to go inside this, copy paste my API keys. Copy paste this thing up here. Okay. We restart this app again. Now Now the app is again started. I have to come to the documentation, quick, next, and going to first install. Okay, so nothing fancy. Let me just install this quickly. So meanwhile it gets installed, I'm going to also add something called as clerk provider inside our layout.tsx. And let me just copy this. I'll go to layout, provider, copy, and make sure this is inside the entire HTML. Okay, it's done. And I have to also create a middleware. Now middleware will allow me which is our public routes, which is our private route, all this. The root only this I have to use slash. Okay, I have to use slash or let's sign up. So these are for now. These are the two my public. Okay, let me this as installed. Clerk providers is also there. Now let me go back up here. The app is running totally fine. Okay. Okay, let me also do one more thing. Let me also go and define our routes up here. So here, down below you will see these env files. Just copy this like this. Okay. Go to your env variable, and here I have to change few things. This should be only slash. This should come to hot sign up, and for now dashboard. Okay, I know we have not created this page. Let me just click dashboard and paste. Okay, that's good. Let me just quickly save this, and I will restart the next application. Now, as you can see, our app is successfully running. We are having our sign up and sign in page. Now, let us start with writing actual code in our sign up page. Okay, so inside sign up, we have a form. I'll go to this form and we will start writing the code here. Okay, first thing what I have to do is that I have to initialize this to use as client, and then I am going to import these three things from React. We are going to use state, and make sure you are using the React this use router from next/navigation, not from next/router. You need to use from navigation. Okay, now let me go down here and let me quickly add some code for our hooks up here. Now it's all like I'm actually getting is loaded sign up and set active from use sign up, which is coming now from the clerk. Okay, then I'm making these states for my email, first name, last name, password, and this for pending verification. I will come back why we are using this thing. Okay, then the OTP thing. Now let me go and create two functions up here which will be used to handle the sign up. Okay, so I've added these two functions up here. It's very simple. Make sure you are doing this explicitly adding this type because I'm using TypeScript. In JavaScript, you don't need it. You just have to add like this. Okay, but if you are using TypeScript, you need to add like this. All right. Now let me quickly connect our hooks to our input variables up here. Okay. This is nothing fancy I'm doing. Anyone, if you know React and Next, you know what I'm doing up here. I'm just connecting hooks here. Okay. And now I'm going to call my function from this place. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is let us go and write some code inside my handle submit function. Okay, first I'm going to do this is loaded. So is loaded means if the sign up module has actually loaded or not. So if it is not loaded, it will return, else it will go down. Let us have a try catch. Okay, and let us throw an error here. Okay, now we are good to go writing our try block. Now we are going to start actually signing up. Since it is a async function, we have to use await, and inside this we have to call our sign up. And inside this sign up, we are going to pass or going to call some methods. Let me just bring that up for you. So we are going to use this. Don't care about this error which is coming. It's TypeScript is just letting us know. But you need to pass it in the same format because our first name, last name, and email address needed to be in this format because this is what clerk actually accept. Okay. Now, once the sign up has completed, I will ask them to actually go and do the OTP verification. So to do that, let me get that code as well. Now, this is my code for setting up the OTP verification. We are using the same clerk functionalities. Now, let me go and set this pending as true. Okay. Now, why I have did this, I will also show you. We need to make a little bit tweak in the UI since once the person is signed up, we need to ask for the OTP that has been sent to his particular email address. So inside the card content only, I'm going to make two variations up here. So if this is false, then I am going to show the particular sign up form that we already have here. This. Okay, but if this becomes true, what I'm going to do is let me bring that code for you. So this is way too simple. I'm just bringing up a code like verification code, adding the hooks. You can see we have declared them up here. That's all. Okay. And in this sign up, because sign up was handling the submit for my sign up form, I have to call on press verify. So now here also I have to make two button variations. Let me bring this code also. Now, as you can see, I have added two statements up here, one for my sign up and one to actually verify the code. Now, what will happen is as soon as the sign up button is pressed, the person has signed up, the OTP has sent. This thing up here will be set as true. As soon as this is true, this form will be hidden and this form will be shown. So we will be asking like, hey, please give us the OTP which is been sent to you, and then this button will be also be shown that time. So we are all good with our sign up form. Let me quickly go to the sign in and do the same things up here. It's going to be simple. It's not going to be hard like sign up. So the same exact thing I will going to do. Use client. These three things up here. Make sure this is coming from navigation if you are using the app directory, not from the router. Okay, this will create a problem for you if you don't take care of this. Let me bring this thing and let me add the hooks up here. For these hooks are very simple, email and password I only want, and let me just connect these hooks to my input. Let me also give a value and a password. This is all. Now instead of here all the things are good, sign up. Yes, this is already good. Now let me go and create a function which will be called on submit of the sign in button. That is also the same thing that we were doing. So let me quickly bring that code. Now this is the same piece of code that we have done before also on the sign up screen. Let me just quickly call this function up here. Now let me go inside this and let us start our try catch. And here I'm going to add the catch functionality. Let me, and error should be any. So make sure this is okay. Now let us start writing the real code inside this try block. Okay. So now I'm going to call the sign in.create. Now from where this sign in has came, this has came from my uh, yes, here use sign in. Now use sign in again is a clerk inbuilt function that I'm setting up here. Now once this is always await, okay, it's asynchronous. Now let me go and check this result up here. Now as you can see, we are checking the result is complete, and I'm going to, let me just I'm going to set this session and I'm going to redirect him to the dashboard. If the result is not complete, let's suppose there is an error in the password or something, you can show the result up here, or you can also add the alerts or some kind of a dialog up on the screen as well. Okay. Now once this will do, this will actually, if it is successful happening, it will redirect me to the dashboard page. So now in the dashboard page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly import the profile and the button, these two things. Okay, now I'm going to call these up here via main dot margin dot net, just to show you guys. Okay, you guys can go and change out to the UI. Now after sign out, I want it to go back to the sign in page, which is our slash, and let me add our UI element here. Okay, so we are having both of these up here working. Okay guys, I actually forgot to do one thing. I actually forgot to add the code for the on verify. So what will happen once the OTP has sent and it has verified it? So let me quickly add that code. Again, the simple things like if loaded is false, we don't want to do anything. And let me bring my try catch. So it's very simple. If I'm going to use this again, the clerk functionality, okay, to check my code is actually complete. If it is the status is in complete state, I will go to the dashboard, else it will throw an error. Now you can use this error to show the alerts and all the other things. You can just copy this code. Okay, let me try to run this. Let me quickly go and create an email up here. Click on sign up. It will ask me for the code. Go back. I have the code up here. Copy, paste, click on verify. Now you can see it has redirected my dashboard. At the dashboard, I have these inbuilt functionalities. Now, how these are coming? These are actually coming. Let me show you. So these are coming from these two components. This I have get from clerk. The user button component is this one. Okay, this you can use in your navigation bar, and the user profile component is this big one. So if I comment this, save it, you can see that. Okay, so if I go and also sign out, this will again redirect me back to my sign in. And as you know, we have added our protected routings. If a person is signed out, he cannot go back to the dashboard page. He will be redirected to the sign in page. So if someone go and try to go to the dashboard page, he will be again redirected to the sign in page. Now we are also missing one small page up here, which is actually the forget password page. Let me quickly spin up this page for us. So this is for someone who has actually, it's actually the same as per our sign in page only. Let me quickly show you that as well. So I will create a forget password. I'm going to do an RARCE, going to use the fragments again. Let me quickly copy the code. All the same exact things which were happening earlier. And let me also bring these components. Okay, that's why it is showing me. So here we are good with this code. Sign up. Go back here. I'm going to add this inside flex. And a minimal height of screen. Now I'm going to call this forget password, and that's all. Now we also have our forget password is ready. So click this, goes to slash auth get password. Oh no, actually I have to place this inside auth. I was on. Okay. This should bring our forget password page up here. Okay. I think there's some. Let me copy. Now we are having our forget password and sign up. Okay. Now if you want to see how you can use the forget password, you can go to get, and you can see and you can try this documentation for forgetting the password. Way too simple. Just setting up the emails, and you have given code up here which you follow. So this was all. We will be coming with a new SaaS and new features like this in terms of the next video. So please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.